Alrighty folks, it is your boy Seppo here, coming at you guys with another vlog. I am playing the final event of the Finnish Prodigy Pro Tour. I am currently third going into the last event. I had a pretty weak first round. I was actually 22nd or 21st after the first round, and all I knew to do was to shoot as good as I can. And I decided to film my second round. Hanna was caddying for me and she filmed the whole round. Basically, we're missing couple shots and just some tap-in putts. But here is the round. I hope you enjoy it. There is the disc golf course. Alright, we are at it, and this is my second shot actually on the first hole. We missed the drive, but however put my A2 in about 6 meters, and that's really honestly for me maybe the toughest distance to start the round with. Somehow I just get so nervous and missed that too. Hole 2, throw an A2, and I almost made that. I hit the gauge, the inside of it kinda, and it just turned around or curled around the gauge and came out for an ace. But easy birdie, 1 under after 2. Hole 3, 120 meters. I threw my OG H1, got to about 7 meters, maybe a little more than 7 meters. Lined up, made sure that I am relaxed when I'm putting, and I was happy to get that to be 2 down. On hole 4, you can't really see where the basket is or where the disc ends up, but that was a really good shot. I hit this tree on the right. I think I could have been putting for eagle, but from here I was just thinking about laying up and getting an easy birdie to be 3 down after 4. Hole 5, I was actually just laying up with the A2, but I didn't give it any anhyzer and threw it out of bounds by about a foot. So the best I can do here is just put my other A2 under the basket and tap in for par, which I was really happy to do just perfectly. Alright, hole 6, this is 110 meters downhill. I'm throwing my really beat up A2 and it lands just perfectly right under the basket, a bullseye hit. This course is one of the most beautiful courses I've seen ever. Alright, hole 7 I believe. I'm throwing my PA1, trying to land it softly on that hillside. You can really easily go out of bounds, which I think I would have done if I threw mine any higher than I did. But luckily I was just low enough and stayed in about 7 meters. Once again took my time, lined up, and put it in the basket. This is a weird hole, hole 8. I was throwing an A2 and just threw it a little bit too tight. I'm at about 11 meters, putting for birdie. I was feeling really good about this putt. I've been pretty on with my steppers, but uphill just left it a little bit low. Hole 9, I'm throwing my A2, my most overstable one, just trying to hit the gap and let the disc do the work for me. I actually ended up on the circle's edge line on top of it, so I was able to jump it, which I was really happy about. OB is just barely behind the basket and I was just not able to commit to the putt really well. I love this hole, the view is so nice. I'm throwing D1 sidearm, stick it by the basket just very, very nicely. It's actually strange how well the disc sticks by the basket, even though it's on the hillside, but that's a tap-in birdie for me. We missed my drive on this hole. This is hole 11. Just laid up, took my par. Really tricky hole, but I am 6 down after 11 holes. Moving on to hole 12, big downhill hole, 220 meters. You could go to the basket, but we had some wind on it, so I was just smashing my D1 big hyzer and trying to stay in the middle of the fairway, which I did well. Moving on to the upshot, it was really short. It was like strangely short. I'm throwing my PA1, just trying to read the ground action, and I put it nicely by the basket to about 3 meters, which was a birdie for me. Uphill hole 13. All of the rest of the holes are all going to be uphill, and that was one of my that was probably my best shot actually of the day. I loved how well I committed to that shot and did the park chop with my M3. And here, honestly, the Mando got into my head a little bit because I was talking about it with my group mate, and I just couldn't get it out of my head. But really happy with this save. I throw my D1 and I got that right by the basket, so no tap-in video there. This was a really weak shot. I was really disappointed with this. It should be a pretty easy birdie, hole 15, but I was pretty happy that I even got a look. And here's my stepper when it's working, maybe about 14 meters, and got it nicely on the line. And P Model S is just so lovely because it stays up in the air a little bit better for me than PA3 did. This is uphill only 114 meters, but it is so much uphill that you really gotta smash. I threw my D1, the oldie, perfectly, obviously, to about 4 meters. Hole 17, maybe 75 meters uphill, throwing my PA1 in 500 plastic, just making sure I give it a little bit of anhyzer so it just flies straight. So got an easy tap-in birdie there. On hole 18, I'm throwing a brand new X1 that I just recently put in my bag, just trying to hit the gap, let the disc fade. I think I rolled pretty close to the out of bounds, but that's fine. I threw my PA1 next to the basket and finished with the birdie, so 12 down for 18 holes. Alright, that was the round. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next week.